Okay, it appears we are live. At least that's my hope. Uh, do let me know if the audio is dead. I tried to make sure before I went live this time again that the audio is good. So let me know if I'm wrong. Okay, it's been a while, a couple weeks at this point. I had hoped that when I got back into town, that maybe I could catch up enough so that I could do a stream partway through the week to kind of catch up with everybody since I've been away. But it just was so busy that I really was not able to do so. So as it is, I'm back. I couldn't miss another swimming with the pontoon. And so here we are. We are back in town. It has been it's been busy. I know that when I left, uh, I left for just over a week, got back into town. There was a ton of orders. I had just was waiting on a couple trigger shoes in order to catch up. Excuse me here. So got back into town, and if you followed Instagram, you may have seen all of the triggers that I built up. It stayed quite busy. It's been quite a busy week here. A good week. Got a ton of orders on the books that I still need to build up. An order of excommunicado trigger shoes came in. These are all already claimed. I don't think I have any extras. I did. If you're Matt PSA, yes. Hey, I need to know on that micro dagger. I need to get a hold of you because I need one of those micro daggers before as soon as possible. So if you could maybe get me, I don't want one. I don't want one early. I don't want one early, but if we could make sure I don't miss out on it on getting a hold of the first run of those, uh, yeah, I know. I had to hope. I had to, maybe you got some pull, maybe not. Really, because hey, Nordic Nevadan, I'm wearing the T-shirt, guys. If you want a T-shirt, Nordic Nevadan is your man. He's in chat. Very comfortable. I wanted to chill out, and obviously, I'm gonna wear my T-shirt from Nordic Nevadan. So, I do want to talk about G43s and slimlines tonight on the stream because obviously we got the micro coming out eventually. I know Matt's been getting some. I know PSA in general has been getting some heat about the micro, but it takes time to get these things built up and the supply chain ready to roll. Make sure you're not having any issues, no pins walking and that sort of thing. So that being said, the micro is going to be an extremely popular platform. I look at my time doing this and things come and go or become popular and less popular as time goes on. But the G43 platform and with the CR920, you know, thank you, Shadow, for putting a pile of crap trigger in those because I've replaced a lot of triggers on the CR920 and people are very happy with the replacement. You could almost put just about anything uh, in the CR920 and it'd be better. But if you're going to have spent that type of money on that weapon, which is it's extremely nice. I may get a hold of one of those CR920s for myself. I really liked how it felt in my hand. It's a really nice frame. But of course, I will be grabbing a micro as well, Matt. Um, we got to make sure that happens. That way I can verify everything is good because the micro is going to be extremely important, just like the 43 is. That demographic is growing. The Between the P365, you've got Canic putting out their MC9. Who else? H&K has a new VP that's tiny like that. I need to look. We'll see. I don't know that I'll get into the VP. I've got the regular VP9 Excommunicado trigger. That's not going to fit the micro one. I don't know. That one I just kind of do because I've already been there, and I just haven't taken it off the website yet. The Hellcat, yes, that's another one. Springfield, I I think that one looks like it's one that comes apart a bit easier than your standard XDs. Hellcat seems to be pretty popular. Really, what seems to have blown it all out of the water is the P365, a Walmart SIG. Uh, they've got so many different variations of those. We could talk about that. On the Canic, well, yeah, it almost seems like any of the Canics when they come out, there's spring issues. Probably between not so much the striker spring, but I know a lot of the original Canics had issues with the recoil springs. They were just meant for military 124 grain ammo. But again, I'll have to ask about the MC9. Yes, the Canic Miami days and nights. That's a heck of a deal. That's one where you almost have to wear a Hawaiian shirt just to carry that thing. Canic is good at marketing, relatively so, and that is an excellent example of that. So beautiful, fun gun. Canics are neat. I know a little while back we had Brandon from Disruptive Defense. We're gonna have him back again soon. He's got some good stuff. He's got some good stuff coming, and maybe some Glock stuff. They do listen, and they build a lot of different variations. I mean, when you look at where Canic came from in a short period of time to all of the different variations that they offer now, I would say they almost rival SIG in the way that they make variations. I would trust one of those probably over one of the SIGs. I'm going to turn my phone on silent here so it doesn't bug us. Forgot to. So anyways, made it back. It's been extremely busy. Good afternoon, Christina. Good to have you in here. She will beat any of you up, just letting you know. She's feisty. So good to be back. It's good to be back in the shop. It's good to be back in Louisiana. Visiting Missouri was nice. I do not miss the cold. I am a thin skin now, even though I've got the extra blubber. I am a thin skin. I would prefer to sweat than to freeze. It was a good time. It was a good time away. I enjoyed some time away from the shop, but I spent some time online doing the trigger stuff. I visited a couple shops. I actually visited KM Tactical. They are in Missouri. They were about an hour away from me. I went undercover. I didn't make a big deal of who I am because I'm not really a big deal. It's a nice little shop. If any of you guys have dealt with KM Tactical, they're kind of they've got some really good budget options. I picked up one of their because I bought them in the past. Their slide completion kits. Grabbed some T-shirts and just kind of talked to the guy behind the counter a little bit. Neat little shop. They do some Cerakote and laser work and that sort of thing. Neat little supplier. I don't mind them. So like I said, I grabbed a T-shirt. I was gonna wear it on the stream, but then I forgot it in the house, and I'm kind of lazy to go back in there. So, sing happy birthday. Yes, yesterday was my birthday, which is the name of the stream. My birthday stream, if you will. Reached the big 40. So yeah, 40. Never really thought about it. I don't feel old. And some of you guys are definitely going to say, well, 40 is not old, and it's not, and shouldn't be thought of as old. I know some people do like a midlife crisis at 40, and I don't foresee myself doing that. I already have a midlife crisis car. Thank you. Thank you for the happy birthdays. I've already got the midlife crisis car. I'm already enough of a douchebag as it is, so I don't foresee myself going off the rails at 40. It's I'm pretty okay with it. So 40 is not bad. All downhill from here. I figure I've got at least in my, you know, I got at least another 60 years. That's what I'm going to say. I got another 60 years. Technology's coming around. Maybe I'll be a cyborg and live forever. We'll see. We'll see. It throws me off to think that I'm 40. I don't feel 40. I look back at different times in my life and I remember turning 20 like it was just the other day. And it freaks me out that it was 20 years ago that I turned 20. I was actually on my 20th birthday working on a car as it struck midnight and I became 20. So I look back at that and it doesn't feel that long ago. So no Corvette, jean shirts, and New Balance shoes. No, I'm still wearing my DCs. I've still got a bunch of DC shoes that need to be worn, still in the box. I don't wear jeans. I don't wear jeans at all. Like I am not a fan of jeans. I don't wear them. Yeah, probably the last time I wore a pair of jeans was like 5 years ago. I bought a pair of jeans. I thought, you know what? It's been 15 or so years since I've wore jeans, or 10 years since I've wore jeans. Maybe I'll try a pair on. I bought a pair, I put them on, and I completely hated them, so I threw them away. 30 wasn't too bad. No New Balances, no Skechers, still wearing my DCs, and no Corvette at this time. Now, if I come across a good deal on a Corvette, I may jump on it. Maybe. I was looking at a Corvette at one time, but it's not something I'm going after. If I was going to do something like that, it would probably be a Viper. That would be the way to go for me. 40 isn't a big deal. 30 was rough single. I was single at 30. 30 was an interesting time period. And it was a milestone that I didn't even think about. 40, I think the only reason I'm thinking about 40 is just because people keep reminding me. Hey, if you wear New Balance, there's a certain age bracket, or maybe you're a nurse and then you're allowed to wear New Balance. Or if you're trying to blend in with, people in Starbucks or something, you can wear New Balance and drive your Corvette or something. If I offend you, it happens. On a Viper exhaust pipe, I've actually only ridden in one, and it was at an autocross event. And that massive, it was the third generation, like a 2003, 2004, somewhere around in that. And while I didn't burn my leg on the exhaust, it was a lot of fun. And I have been a Viper fan for years, like back when they first came out. Viper fan. You should have taken better care of yourself. Yeah, it is what it is. I blame the white on both genetics and being a supervisor for most of my 30s. Most of my 30s as a supervisor, basically adult kids, dealing with them. So that's really where the white came from. At least that's what I'm going to say. As for a Viper, I see them come up time. I currently definitely cannot afford one. I want one. They come up from time to time, really good price. They can be a basket case for sure. The parts are not very available. A lot of them are discontinued and extremely expensive. It would be one of those things I would just, who knows? Maybe one of these streams will be in a Viper and I'll be like, guys, it just happened. So help. I'm selling an OnlyFans or something at that point. Um, so yes, 40 years old, still mostly a child in many different ways. I can almost take care of myself. I do feel like maybe I'm matured a bit more than I was in my 30s, at least early 30s. No promises there. When the end was announced, price plummeted on third and fourth gen, but skyrocketed after they discontinued. Yeah, I remember right as the last generation was first coming online, you could find a first generation for about 25 or 30,000. And I really, at that point, I was not ready to buy one at that point, but I was thinking about finding a way. The third generation, I like that generation, but my ultimate would probably be a 96 Viper GTS, blue, 2 white stripes. And the 96, they still had the side exhaust. They might have been capped off. I forget exactly. Well, the GTS had the exhaust in the back. They had the fake side exhaust for that year. So yeah, I had tons of models of Dodge Vipers that I built from AMT Ertl. So I built a ton of those. The last one I built, I built it twin turbo. I cut pieces of plastic and made them look like turbochargers on the intake side, routed some exhaust up to it, and actually built a fake little nitrous bottle for it. It was a lot of fun. That was quite a few years ago, actually. Probably 20 years ago, the last model I did. Eddie, thank you for the birthday wish. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. So anyways, aside from the happy birthdays and talking Dodge Vipers and all of that, I hope everybody's having a good weekend. I hope you guys didn't fall for too many April Fool's jokes. Like, what was not the Hellcat gun? There was a Hell Pig or something. Anyways, really, I didn't catch too many April Fool's stuff. I kind of stayed offline for the most part. Had a little birthday party that was nice, and today I even kind of took part of the day off from building triggers. So that means tomorrow I'm going to be extremely busy. We got to catch up on some excommunicados, especially they are on sale right now. If you're tomorrow is the last day. I believe it's active until the end of tomorrow, the sale. So if you want an excommunicado for pretty much the best price you're going to get it for, now is the time to order. The hammer system is on sale for those of you who are running 45s or 10 millimeters. The Peacemaker 4.0, which is the most popular drop-in, that one is on sale. And the Peacemaker Extreme Carry for the Glock 43 and CR920. Hell Cow. Yes, the Springfield Hell Cow. That's what you could almost call that my car, that the Hell Cow. Wait until you get my age. I turned 57 last November. I've got a few years before that. I've got a few years. It comes for us all. It comes for us all as time goes on. I remember showing up out here in Louisiana at the company that I worked for as the kid on the floor. I was almost the youngest. And when I was laid off, I wasn't the oldest, but I was definitely at the higher end of the pack. So having been there almost 11 years, I came in as the kid and I left mid pack and I, calling the younger guys kids, and time catches up with us. It's definitely a difference. Yeah. Whew. 40, 57. But, at least we live in a time where we have life expectancies past 30, 35, because more than a few of us would possibly already be gone and old age. Like, Think about that. That is an eye opener, especially turning 40. And you think about in previous times when life expectancy was 30 or 35. That will definitely make you feel uh, thankful. Of course, this is a very crazy world that we live in. I'd say especially right now, but for years now, we have just been in one thing after the other. Peacemaker arrived. Well, if everything goes right, I should be building excommunicados and peacemakers, which would include yours, tomorrow. So if I maintain when I get out here in the morning, I will be build. I should be building peacemakers. Yours will be in there. It should ship out tomorrow. You can hold me to that if you need to. Shoot me a message, verify. But yours should ship out tomorrow on the peacemaker front, and a bunch of excommunicados that I've had on order. So yeah, that's the plan. I can still work like I'm younger, especially after having years of a desk job. And that was one of the things about building Tactical Pontoon was I was in a desk job. I'm not great at a desk job. That's really not where I planned on being. Well, I planned on it. I took the opportunities, but that's not where, I'm a person that likes to work with my hands and build things. So having a desk job, I had to do something on the side, and Tactical Pontoon kind of kept on going. Ever thought about a trigger for the M&P 2.0? I get asked on the M&P series every so often. I know Apex puts out a really good kit for those. I don't know about the 10 millimeter. I don't know enough about the M&P and the differences between the 10 millimeter and the 9 millimeter. If you've been around me long enough, you'll know that I'm not the biggest Smith & Wesson person. At one time, Smith & Wesson, the M&P series, was probably one of the top ones that I was going to get into, but I got so busy doing Glocks that I never got into the M&Ps to build a trigger system for them. It's a possibility. It's not a huge possibility. Probably the ones that I get asked for the most for me to go into would be the M&P. Lately, it's been the FN 509, any of their weapons. A lot of FNs. Canic I get asked for. Canic is coming. There will be some stuff that I do for the Canic that I'll be doing with Disruptive Defense. So we'll probably package those together under both names. Probably where I'm going to go from here on the Glocks. The Glocks are going to continue, but probably the next one that I'm going to focus on is something in the 2011 platform. Hey, 10 millimeter is making a big comeback. 10 millimeter has made an extreme comeback in the last, I would say, 2 to 3 years. There for a while, it almost looked like it was going to go the way of call it 357 SIG, which is my favorite caliber. But 10 millimeter is coming back. I still need to get my hands on a Generation 5 Glock 10 millimeter. My local shops do not have one in stock. They've got their eye out for one for me, but right now it seems like Glock is not keeping up with supply. We saw in January the Glock performance trigger. Good luck finding one. I managed to grab, because I did a pre-order, I managed to grab the ones that I needed for my pre-order, and they're out everywhere. I can't find one. Yeah, I mean, granted, I could overpay on Gunbroker, but for the most part, those Glock performance triggers, they're out. Who knows when they're going to come back in stock? It's like they built, probably 20,000 of them, and those things sold out quick. You don't see a bunch of them out there. It is unfortunate. I like it. It's not my favorite trigger to build around. I still prefer a factory Glock, the original style, whether it's Generation 3, 4, or Generation 5. I prefer those still over the Glock Performance trigger. I just like that design. I know that design better. The Glock Performance, which is similar to the Timney, which we all know is garbage. I could expand on that, but I've done that plenty of times. Busy releasing the 28. 28. Which one's the 28? 2011 seems very budget suicidal. Let's be honest. Tactical Pontoon wasn't really ever. I didn't start it for budget. It's only recently when I became full time that I kind of reinvented my offerings so that there were more budget offerings. With budget, not so much budget offerings, but high quality for super high quality for what, especially compared to the other options on the market. A 380, yeah, nobody wants 380. There for a while you couldn't even get I don't even think you can get the 380 full size Glocks here in the US. Sometimes they'll come from other countries. You'll get a hold of those. Let's see. Okay, let me know. But yes, Tactical Pontoon until recently was, I'm more known, at least I was more known for the high end Excommunicado, the Leonidas triggers, which they're not budget friendly. I'm going to be completely honest. They take a lot of work to get right, and they're expensive. Now, the Peacemaker series, which is really cool. I love the Peacemaker series. You'll see quite a few of my Glocks have gone over to the Peacemaker series because compared to what else is on the market for that price range, blows them out of the water. I leveraged what I already know to build a more budget-friendly option that still blew people out of the water. Like, nothing comes close when it comes to drop-ins. So, but in order to do that, I had to learn through a lot of years of building the best. I mean, that's what I do, and it's still a passion of mine. Drop-ins have become a passion, though. I really do love them. The Leonidas, yes. I love the Leonidas system. Peacemaker Leonidas, the Excommunicado Leonidas, they are probably overall my favorite system. They're my favorite system until it comes to having like 10 of them on the books when I really should only allow myself 5. They take a lot of time. There's a lot that goes into those Leonidas systems. And going back to kind of the G43 discussion, with the G43, there for a while I was going to release a Leonidas system for them, but and again, I'm going to do a dedicated G43 CR920, eventually PSA Dagger Micro video, where we'll go over the different triggers, and I'm going to show you guys why turning a G43 into a Leonidas is not impossible, but why it takes so much more work to do. And then, of course, all the different things of why a G43 system is so much different than the others, and why mine. And this is not me tooting my own horn. Why Tactical Pontoon makes the best G43 trigger system out there. None of them come close. There's a reason. Hey, what's up, Dave at Desert Tactical? I hope you're having a great Sunday. It's good to have you back. When you are ready, I have a trigger waiting for you with the Generation 3 trigger shoe. So when you're ready, you hit me up. I'll get you something built up. Okay. So just let me know. I'm ready. I've got plenty of them here. I had to kind of switch over to a bunch of those because I I ran them out of Generation 5s. So probably another 3 or 4 weeks before I get another shipment of Generation 5s. I've got some Generation 5s here that I've saved to the side for Generation 5s only. So, anyways, that's a thing. Good deal. Yeah, in a bit. I'll try to get to you. I got a few things I'm going to be doing after the stream, but shoot me a message, and if it takes me a while to get to you, just don't think I'm ignoring you. Still love you. Okay, got something cool. I had actually planned on having a couple things tonight for the stream, but shipping took longer than expected. One of them, finally, after about 9 months of me putting my pre-order in, I Zero Delta shipped my frame. So if you're not familiar with that, I know, Matt, if you're still here, you know about the Zero Delta. That is an aluminum framed Glock that is modular, as in different size dust covers, different lengths for different dust covers. It's got different grip lengths, just a variety of different things. And it's an aluminum frame. They're kind of ugly. I'm not going to lie there. I bought just the frame. I bought the modular frame. I didn't buy their slide assembly. When it comes to slides, I prefer picking my own and going with companies that I already know. And I didn't like their design. It just kind of wasn't for me, for their price, especially. So I was going to have that, should have that next stream next week, or maybe I'll do a video directly on it, but it will be on the stream. That would be the Zero Delta, the one modular frame. That's their whole name. Supposed to have that. It got delayed in shipping. I'll probably pick it up Monday or Tuesday. The other thing that I planned on having was my Tactical Pontoon 001 19X that we collaborated with United R&D. Now, I don't know if you guys caught the live or are following United Research and Development. If you're not, follow them on Instagram. That's where they do their lives. And like I said, we partnered up on a limited run of 5 guns, 2 19Xs, 2 Glock 17s, and 2 Glock 34s. And it did, yeah, they came out. I missed the stream where they released them. I was in Missouri and I ended up at the lake. There was no signal. I was supposed to be on the stream. I missed out. Kind of kicking myself for that, but they came out really good. I had to buy number 1. I just said, I want it. I've been wanting a 19X. That one came out so good. I said, I'm buying 001. I want it, so I bought it. It's got the 509T, the Holosun 509T. That'll actually be my first Holosun optic. So I'm looking forward to that. And the cool thing about the Holosun optic, it's a closed emitter and it doesn't have RMR style screws. It basically has what I want in an optic mounting. So I'm extremely excited for that. Everybody who's run a 509T has told me I need to run one. They said the viewing window is really good. The clarity is great. So, man, I'm excited for that. I thought that was going to be here too. I thought I was going to be able to pick that up Friday or Saturday. I went to the gun shop Saturday. What was there was my extra dagger frame that has showed up. But, and then the other thing from United R&D is I sent in my sketchy slide it's in 357 SIG, and I had them port the barrel. It already had a window up there, so I didn't have to perforate my dust cover by blowing it off. That's one of my OG slides from them back before they even started really getting popular. That's coming back. They polished up the barrel, looks really good. It's ported. I really can't wait to run that because 357 SIG ported. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So next stream, next Sunday, we should have those 2 here. Unfortunately, those 2 didn't show up. PDP 5092. How do you like that guy, Eddie? Like I said, everybody has definitely uh, giving it thumbs up so far. And I've been, up until recently, really, a Swamp Fox optics guy. And that being, got, I built a trigger for one of the Swamp Fox representatives, and he loved my trigger. And they built some really nice optics. He's since left them, and I have noticed a difference in the quality of their customer service. I don't know. So maybe it's time for me to jump the ship to Hollison. Yeah, I'm not that stand up of a guy, David. I try. I do try. I just try to be myself. Um, yes. I missed this week's live stream too. I was actually out here working, and I had something on in the background, and before I knew it, um, it was too late. So I actually missed their live stream. Yeah, I've had good luck with Swamp Fox. The original ones that they released were the Kingslayers, and those tended to go through batteries quite a bit. But their claim to fame at the time was they were an RMR, direct fit for RMR, kind of bulky. They went through batteries, but when they released the Justice and the Liberty and the Justice models, those I really like. I really like those. I'll continue to run those. I'm not just gonna throw them away, but I'm probably gonna switch over to either Hollison and I'm gonna talk more with Mike, Swamp Fox Mike. Only he's not Swamp Fox Mike anymore. I want to get him on the channel. Schedules just haven't been good. He's really knowledgeable when it comes to optics, and he's working with a new company that's an offshoot of JSD Supply, and it's like Gideon Optics. I'm gonna get him on here. We'll get him on here. We'll talk optics. We'll talk general anything. He's really cool guy. He's cooler than I am. I got a faster car though. Just tell him that. He he had a Corvette. He sold his Corvette. Now he has a Challenger. Because yeah. Anyways, okay, but I got off track, off subject. I do have something really cool. Do you guys remember the Marconi slide that I had here? Do you guys remember that? And the SCT frame, those came back from Sapper Tactical. This is a two-part build. The Cerakote was done by Sapper Tactical. Clint out there. We were going to do something a little different. I was going to go kind of jet black, but he had done some camo that I really liked, and I said, we got to do that. So here it is. Here's that Marconi slide. Look at that camo. Isn't that freaking awesome? Is that not just freaking awesome? I got to give it up to my man Clint out there at Sapper Tactical. I've seen a lot of Cerakote. I've seen a lot. I've not seen everything, but the man knows how to lay down some Cerakote. He knows how to lay down some camo. He is the same guy who did the OZ9, what I call bump my nose there, the Gray Ghost OZ9. His camo was great, and when I knew this build was coming up, I said, "Hey, dude, we gotta rock this one together again." So this thing is awesome. Marconi slide. He was in the chat a little while back. I know he normally runs some pretty good deals. This is a really cool slide. If you're looking for a slide that is what I would consider more of a duty type slide, it's got a place up here. You could have a barrel ported, but it doesn't really have any windows. So I would consider it more of a duty style slide. Really nice slide. So when I saw it, Matt at PSA had one. I copied off him and I grabbed my own. Really nice. He just did an amazing. Sapper Tactical did an amazing job. We've got a matching Terran Tactical mag extension and then the SCT frame. Now this frame is not done yet. Yes, it does have Cerakote, but it is not done. This frame is going to Piccoli Gunworks for stippling. He's going to finish up the frame and do grip texture on it. So this thing is still got work to be done. As for the trigger, I think I have a custom excommunicado trigger shoe over there that they did that has a kind of a halo theme to it. And I think that's what's going to end up in this. It will become an excommunicado, a Leonidas excommunicado. It's black, probably get a red trigger safety. Should be beautiful. This build is going to be another one for the record books. The reason why this has yet to go to Piccoli Gunworks, he's growing. He's going to another shop. He's building, or he's got another building. I believe it's got more space, and he's just getting the FFL through. So we're probably a month or so out before this guy gets finished. But this is an SCT frame. I've got a video on the SCT frame. It's a really good budget option. If you missed out on the Shadow Systems, or not Shadow Systems, Strike Industries P80, and you liked that look, this is very similar in look. It's really comfortable. I prefer it over any of the P80s by far. It's already done. It is a serialized frame, not a P80. Just to remind you. If you've got a build and you want some Cerakote work done, Clint at Sapper Tactical, he can get it hooked up. There are plenty of guys out there. Right now, Clint at Sapper, he did an amazing job on this. More to come on this build, this SCT build. So keep your eyes peeled. It will get a dedicated video once it's complete, just like any of the other builds. So if you haven't watched any of those builds, we've got the 17L build, the OZ9 build. That might be it. I need to go through the builds that I have here and do dedicated videos on each and every one. That's the plan. It'll happen one of these days. Embalmed. Well, I try to teach. I do try to teach. The live streams are a little bit less teaching, if you will, and we just kind of hang out and we talk about different things. But if people have questions, technical questions, I do try to answer them as we go along, and bring what knowledge I do have to the table. Try to share that with you guys. Factory Gen and 4 slide. I want to have an RMR cut or some kind of color and multicam. If you need an RMR cut, Eddie, I would send it out to United. They've got the machines to do it. They can knock it out. They can also do the Cerakote in one place. Sapper Tactical, I believe he's just doing framework and Cerakote work. And if you wanted, you could send it to United R&D for the RMR cut, and then you could send it to Sapper for Cerakote. But like I said, United Research and Development, they do it all in-house. They can do the Cerakote, they can do the RMR cut, and they do an excellent RMR cut. They're about the details. There are places that I would not send. I'm not going to list any of them because I can't really think of them off the top of my head, my bald head. But nobody I'm really going to mention right at the moment. Try to keep it on an uphill slope. Think about the good stuff. What else? I got another dagger frame, another test frame for daggers in the house. I wanted to have just the standard Glock 19 dagger. I've got that in the house so that I can further develop a Leonidas trigger. I offer it, but I needed another dagger test frame. That's not a big deal. Maybe I'll do a video on how to push those roll pins out. I know a lot of people have issues with those. I do it with a arbor press. Makes it so much easier. Oh, that's true. They do give a lot of things. Yes, Eddie, if you're on Instagram, you should check out United R&D. They do on their live streams. They will give away RMR cuts at least almost weekly, I would say. So that could be a way. And if not, hit him up on shoot him a message, like shoot him an email, tell him I sent you. No, you better not. They may charge you double. They may charge you double just because you mentioned me. Now they're good guys, Jason and Mike over there. I've been dealing with them for a good while. I probably one of their very first slides that they cut by hand. It was a manual slide. I don't have that slide anymore. I've got one. I got the other one, the sketchy slide. But unfortunately, the very first slide that I had done by Mike at United R&D, due to some unfortunate things, that slide is no longer with me. Kind of got scammed out of it. It's a bit more trusting in another time and place. Hey, barbecue sauce. Heck, I need to watch their streams. I need to send them because, well, I need to do more giveaways. I know. You guys are like, yeah, you need to give more stuff away. Yeah, I have in the shop. I'm not gonna do it tonight. I'm not set up tonight, but I've got a Tactical Pontoon Trigger Jedi shirt in the shop. I need to give that up. We'll look at maybe doing something next week. I'll do some giveaways or something. Not I don't spend a lot of time getting ready for these, which I should. Anyways, Tactical Pontoon. Well, maybe we'll give away some stickers on the next stream or something, and the shirt. But as for stickers, that reminded me, I've got another sticker design. It's coming in. Hopefully next week we'll see them. We'll see if they come in. They'll be on the next live stream. Sometimes these companies have taken a little bit longer than previous. It could be just busy at this time of year. Hopefully it'll be in. It's a new design. I don't really want to spoil it too much. I'm kind of excited about it. It's dorky, like all of my sticker designs. Yeah. And as soon as it comes in, I'll show it to you guys. Yes, the Trigger Jedi is probably still my overall favorite. It just seems to it fits with the whole Trigger Jedi. It's the thing that kicked it off, and it's still definitely one of my favorites. This same design is on the t-shirt that I've got to give away, so it's going to be kind of cool. It is cool. No, I don't currently rock a t-shirt with my own face on it yet, but I'm not above it. I will wear a Trigger Jedi shirt. I'm not above wearing a cartoon version of myself on my chest. But yes, we'll work on some giveaways and doing some cool stuff. I got to admit, I'm all for giving stuff away. I'm all for that. I just don't spend a lot of time getting these streams ready because of all the other stuff that's keeping me busy with triggers. So it's not that I don't love you guys. Just stay a bit busy. I do try to when it comes to stickers and that sort of thing, especially if you've ordered lately, you're getting at least 2 stickers, sometimes 3. If I've seen your order come through and you've ordered multiple, you might get a whole bunch of stickers that I have. I try to give those away. I used to not have stickers, or I would only order a few and they would go in certain orders, but I've got enough stickers. I try to be giving when it comes to stickers. I do. And we spend time together. That's worth a little bit of something. It's worth a little bit. And yes, it's good to be back. It's good to be streaming again. We'll get back to our weekly streams. I want to again get back to at least one informational video a week, like I was doing. We'll get back to it. I'm catching up. I'm about caught up. I'm really about where I need to be. Yes, well, I try. The stickers are fun. I had boring stickers for a long time. when I had stickers, they were boring. I mean, they weren't boring. They were just the logo, which I enjoyed the logo. I actually designed the logo myself. But they weren't too interesting. And then Unicorn Customs, if you've seen his, it's really cool. And I saw others that were really cool. And I said, you know what? I can't let them outdo me. I got the best trigger systems. I need to have the best stickers. So that launched it. And I can say with confidence the Tactical Pontoon has truly some of the coolest stickers of all time. Guys, I need to do a t-shirt of this one. That's gonna happen. The Better Call Pontoon t-shirts, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna get that on a t-shirt because that is another one of my favorites, is that. Better Call Saul, fun show. Better Call Pontoon, that sticker is a lot of fun. I enjoy that one. Where did the pontoon name? Okay. I've told this story before, but it does come up a lot. When I got into firearms, kind of when I started, kind of building a collection, if you will, I had a corporate job and I didn't want to post any of that on Facebook because I had a variety of different people from work and other places. I didn't feel like posting them on Facebook. So I started an Instagram account. Never had Instagram before, never even crossed my mind to have an Instagram. I started an Instagram and I just chose a funny name. I wanted to have tactical in it because that's what you do. And pontoon just sounded funny. So Tactical Pontoon became the name of my Instagram account. I had no plans on building triggers. I had no plan on making a company. This was something I did on the side, and showing off pictures of my different guns was really the whole reason for that Instagram account. Okay. So, Tactical Pontoon. It just became a name. I don't have a pontoon boat. I don't have a boat. Excuse me, I got a little bit of an itch going on. Tactical Pontoon. Well, as I started, I got into the Glock thing. I bought a bunch of triggers. I didn't like any of them. So I got into figuring out what made them work. I started tuning my own triggers and I enjoyed it. I then, because I used to watch on a regular basis, I watched Tactical Toolbox, Jonathan at Tactical Toolbox. Well, I sent him a message. Never thought I really didn't expect him to respond. He was under 100,000 subscribers at that point, but it's still big. I mean, to me, that was really big. It's still, I'm obviously not 75,000. I do have a boat, if you will. The car is a boat. The Challenger is a boat. I kind of retroactively called my Challenger the Tactical Pontoon. I had a different Challenger even back then. Sent him a message and said, hey, you kind of inspired me to do trigger work. Just take a look at one of my triggers. I didn't expect any sort of video or anything like that. I said, just take a look at one of these. And I sent him one. Well, a couple weeks later or a week later, I saw him post a video on Instagram of a trigger in one of his builds, and it looked amazing. Like, I'm like, geez, that thing looked good. My trigger can't look that good. Well, I didn't realize that he tagged me in it. That was my trigger. My trigger was built around, at that point, an Apex trigger. He used a lot of Apex triggers. So when I saw his post, I was like, crap, that's better than mine. Well, it was mine. And that's kind of where it got started. People were asking me about triggers, and Tactical Pontoon was my name. It just kept rolling on. And by the time I really gave it any thought, the name had stuck. And so I kept it, Tactical Pontoon. 2018. That was, I think I was watching him 2017. It might have been 2018. I got to go back. Time has gotten away from me when it comes to like all of those different events and when I really started building things. 2018 might have been the year. Like I said, he was under 100,000. He's like right at 1 million, or he's gone over 1 million. I'll be honest, I don't watch as much gun YouTube channels as I used to. Maybe I'm just, I deal with it every day. So I actually watch different content. I mean, every day I'm dry firing. Every day I'm looking at Glocks. So I don't watch near as much of that type of content. So yeah. That's where Tactical Pontoon came from. It was a stupid name that just stuck, and now I am Tactical Pontoon. I live with it. I enjoy it. It's different. It stands out. So, people are still like, Tactical Pontoon, that's a stupid name. It'll stick with you. Okay, guys, we are right about the hour mark. I can feel my voice starting to kind of dry up, if you will. If you haven't already, hit the like button. My goal, another one of my goals, is to grow the YouTube channel. We're at like 1,500 subscribers. I want to get larger. I want to be able to reach more people, teach more people, and we all grow together. So, anyways, if you haven't, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, maybe consider it. I do try to, aside from hanging out with you guys and occasionally burping into the microphone, I do try to teach and dispel some of the myths that are out there, and give good information. There's a lot of bad information out there, and that was something I ran into originally. And now that I'm full time and I can spend a little bit more time on YouTube, my goal is to teach, to train you guys to look through some of the marketing bullcrap that's out there. There's a lot of that too. And to just have the trigger that you want, whether I build it or whether you build it for yourself. That's my goal. I think I've done okay with it. Yes, Christina, Tactical Pontoon. Hey, it's the name. So, Guns and Gadgets. Yeah, that is a good channel there. That is an extremely good channel. Also enjoy Honest Outlaw. I used to watch Garand Thumb. Like I said, again, I don't watch a lot of gun content anymore. It's just not as interesting per se as it used to be. But I do need to keep up with more of them, just so that when things do come down the line, I'm more in tune with it. But anyways, all right. On that note, it's been great. I've enjoyed my time. We will do it again soon. I'm going to try to release a video this week with some actual details, some information. If you guys ever have an idea for a video, or you want something, a video on, shoot me a message. I will try. I can't guarantee, but I can definitely try. So that's it. All right. I will catch everybody on the next stream. If you need me, again, you can get a hold of me through the website, TacticalPontoon.com, or on Instagram, tactical_pontoon, Facebook, Tactical Pontoon Triggers, and then email tacticalpontoon@gmail.com. That pretty much covers it. All right, guys. Catch you guys later.